Hello everyone, it's indeed inspiring to see you back again, and this is tutorial 9, and the tutorial is about getting data in and out in PySpark data frames. So you know that we need to handle a lot of data formats, and today I'm going to discuss with you three formats. One is the very common one, which is CSV, other one is Parquet, and the third one is ORC. So let us begin with the CSV, and we'll have to write our regular code so everyone is familiar with the regular code. So let me just, because this is a new environment, so I'll have to write pip install PySpark. So let me just install PySpark, and after that let me add certain code cells over here, and I'll have to do from PySpark dot SQL. Okay, so it is already installed. Great. So it's not a new environment, that means. So import Spark session. So I'm importing Spark session here. And after that, I just need to create an object. SS is equal to Spark session dot builder dot, I can give an app name. So let me give an app name over here. I'll give app name data IO or input and output app. So this is the name. Okay, in PySpark. So I'll just add PySpark also here. So this is my app name, and with the help of get or create method, so get or create, I'll be able to create this particular object. So SS object is created. Now let us go and start reading out the files. So first file I'll be reading is CSV file. We should have a CSV file first. Okay, so I don't have any CSV file over here. So I will load a CSV file from my local. I have a Parquet format. I have ORC format. So I'm loading these ORC and Parquet formats. And okay, so this will be temporarily loaded whenever I'm shutting down this particular notebook. Then these files will get deleted. I'll go to C drive. I have some CSV files also, so I'll be reading them. Let me take, yeah, I can take any one of them, or let me take the orders one. So that is here inside PySpark notebooks, and here I'm taking orders one. Okay, so these files I have loaded. So now let me add certain code cells here. I have opened this so that it is visible just on the right side of the code where we are writing. Now we are going to read the CSV files. So how we can read? We have SS object Spark session, so that will help us. So I will write it as CSV data. This is the data frame name I'm giving, and SS dot I can do a read. Okay, so read dot CSV. So this is how I can read, and here I can put the name of the CSV, and the name of the CSV is orders orders.csv. Okay, so now I'll go to the next cell, and in the next cell I will be doing CSV data, and here I'll be using dot show method to check the number of records we have. So here we are getting, okay, so you can see that it has not taken the first row, it has taken as a row, but it is the header. So I'll just write here header is equal to true. So let's check, just by making header is equal to true, it has taken the header over here. So this is how we have seen that how it reads. Now let us do write as well. So how we can write? We can write it as csv data dot write. So we can use write, and here how do you want to write it? So I want to write it as CSV only. So CSV, and here I can mention the name of the file. So let me put the name of the file as ord.csv, and let me execute it. So you can see that what is getting executed over here, it has basically executed the command, but how to cross check it? So let us cross check it by exclamation ls, and let us see what do we have here. So you can see that ord.csv has been created. Okay, do you want to read it again? If you want to read it again, yes, I can do it for you. ss dot read, directly I'll read it, read dot csv, and I'll be putting up here the name of the CSV, which is ord.csv, and here I'll be putting dot show. So directly we should be able to see the contents of that particular file. So you can see that it has stored all the values. It did not store the columns. Okay, so there's a different mechanism if you want to store the columns as well. So this is one example of storing a CSV. As I told you that we will also see for Parquet and all. So let me first store the same file into Parquet format. So what I need to do is I need to use this data frame CSV data dot. Again, I'll have to use write, and after write, I'll have to use which format. So I'm using Parquet format now, and I'm writing this data into Parquet format. I'll be giving a name of the file ord.parquet Parquet, and this will be writing the file. And let me do ls once again, so we can see that. Let me execute this. We can see that Parquet ord.parquet is also here. Okay, now let me help you to read it. So this Parquet format, so this is open file format available to any project in Hadoop ecosystem. So why this format actually got evolved? It is a columnar storage. So in case of big data, we prefer columnar storage because it allows us not to fill all the records in row format. So if you are strictly following RDBMS or similar kind of schemas, you strictly store the data into row format, but this is column oriented. Similar way, ORC is also optimized row columnar. Okay, so this is specially used in Hive because this is better as compared to other. Let's say you can upload a CSV file in Hive. If you are aware of Hive, Hive is a data warehousing tool in Hadoop. So if you upload any file into that tool, then ORC file performs better as compared to other formats. So let us come back to our agenda. So our agenda is basically yes, so it is here. We have this Parquet format also uploaded. Okay, so now we can read that Parquet format. So how to read it? Now you must have got an idea. So I'll just write p data is equal to ss dot read dot Parquet. Okay, so now I'll just put in the bracket. First, I will put this particular file ord dot ord dot Parquet, and now let me do pdata.show show here, and here you can see that I have read, and it has basically able to get the details. So customer, item, price, exactly how the original data was, I'm able to get that way. Now I have one user data.parquet also. So let me work on that. Let me add certain more cells over here. So here again, PUDATA, Parquet user data I'm writing. So here again, ss.read, and I'll do dot Parquet, and here I'll put user data one dot Parquet. So this is the name of the file dot Parquet, and now pudata.show show, and you can see that we are able to fetch the details. So it is users data. You can see here like what all details we have. Okay, so we have registration, DDTM, and ID, first name, last name. So it has read that particular. And now if I want to store it into different format, so let me store it into ORC format. Let me do that. So here I can do, I have PU data, and this PU data dot write, I'll be using write, and into ORC format. So this is, I have ORC format, and I'll write it as user data one. Okay, user data one, and I already have user data one ORC. So I'll write user data one ORC underscore, I'll write today, it is 1 July. So 1 JULY. Okay, so with this particular name, I'll be writing it. And you can see I'll just write exclamation and ls just to check whether that file is created or not. And you can see that that file is created. This is the file we have. And if you want to read it, so let me go here in under ORC, and I will write ORC data data, ORC data data is equal to, I'll write ss dot read dot, and I'll have to write ORC format. And here I'll be writing the same file name, user data one underscore ORC underscore 1 JULY. Okay, so 1 July. So let me read this data, and let me do ORC data dot show, and let us cross check whether it has retained the whole data or not. And we can see that exactly the whole data it has retained. So this is how you can read and you can write different file formats. Let me show you last one as well. So at the end, let me show you, we have some ORC file, pre-built ORC file. So ORC data one, let me do it like this. Data one is equal to ss dot read dot ORC. And here I can put user data one underscore, or let's say two. I have two as well. Yeah, two underscore ORC. Okay, I'm reading this one, and it says it doesn't exist. So I have written the wrong file name. Let me just correct it. So let me make it ORC, and Now it is executed. Let me do orc data1 dot show, and here you can see that it has got the data. Okay, so this is another file. It has got all the data uploaded. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You got the know-how of that, how you can read and write the different file formats. There are so many file formats you can try this way. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you.